Beneath the ice, beneath the pine, an older rhythm keeps the time. Drumming the earth, breath in the stone. This northern land is not alone. From tundra bare to cedar line, from prairie gold to granite spine, where northern lights in silence bend and winter never meets its end.
The Arctic has a way of making every sound more intense. The crack of the distant ice, wind sweeping across endless tundra, even the crunch of boots in a landscape where a wrong decision can mean the difference between life and death. Our northern legends are filled with creatures, but some are far stranger than just predators lurking. This one waits in the cold, wearing a grin stretched far too wide, twisting something meant to express joy into something far more sinister. This is the Mahaha. The sun has just disappeared below the horizon. The world ahead transforms into shades of blue and purple beneath a glittering sea of stars. The crisp air stings with every breath you take, and each exhale hangs in the air before vanishing into the darkness. You pull your parka tighter around yourself as you make your way home. The nearest settlement is still an hour away, but you've traveled this route before. You know the land, and you know the cold. At least, that's what you keep telling yourself. The crunching sound beneath your boots becomes oddly comforting as you get closer and closer to your destination. Then it stops. Every sound around you falls silent. You slow your pace and try to control your breathing. Silence out here is rare. There's always something. Wind, water, wildlife. But now, nothing. A chill runs through you that has nothing to do with the temperature. You stop walking to listen around you, and you hear it faintly. A laugh. The sound drifts across the snow behind you. You spin around. Nothing. The Arctic plays tricks on people all the time. You try to keep it together and continue walking. A few moments later, the laughter comes again. Closer this time. You freeze in place and decide to call out. No response. The hairs on the back of your neck stand at attention. Something is off. The laughter sounds even closer still, and longer now. A strange, nervous smile pulls at the corner of your mouth. You let out a small chuckle. The sound surprises you. You clear your throat and keep moving. But a moment later, another laugh escapes you. Then another. A grin spreading across your face. You try to force yourself to stop, but you can't. A fit of laughter bursts from your chest. You bend forward, clutching your stomach. The harder you try to stop, the worse it becomes. Your sides ache. Your eyes water. You laugh even harder, along with whoever this might be. The sound pouring from your throat no longer feels natural. It's like it's being pulled from you. Your breath comes in short, ragged gasps between the bursts. Panic begins to creep in. You try to inhale deeply, but you can't. Your knees hit the snow first, the cold soaking through your clothing. Your chest is burning, each breath smaller than the last. The darkness around you spins. Through the tears in your eyes, you finally see it. Standing atop a nearby drift, someone is watching. Their body is thin and pale, especially against the white snow. Arms hanging unnaturally long at their sides, and its grin stretches impossibly wide, much wider than any human mouth should. A terrible, shrill sound cuts through the night, the true laughter of whatever this thing is. Your body shakes uncontrollably as the creature tilts its head. Snow whirls through the darkness, and when the air clears, it's gone. But it's too late. The cold wraps around you like a heavy blanket. Your breathing shallow and uneven. The last thing you see is the northern lights dancing silently across the sky. The Mahaha is a figure found in Inuit oral tradition, often described as a thin humanoid being with a wide grin and icy hands. While details can vary between elders and communities, one thing remains: it's laughter. Unlike many creatures found in folklore, the Mahaha doesn't rely on brute strength or have any other special skills. Instead, it overwhelms its victims with uncontrollable laughter. It leaves them breathless, exhausted, and vulnerable to the unforgiving Arctic cold. What makes it so unique is how it transforms something usually associated with happiness into something so deeply unsettling. Like many stories passed down through the generations, it's more than a frightening figure. It makes us face the harsh reality of life in the Arctic, where the land can be breathtakingly beautiful, but also incredibly unforgiving. In an environment where survival depends on preparation, awareness, and community, isolation can quickly become dangerous. The smallest mistake, wrong turn, or moment of carelessness can mean the difference between making it home and being lost forever. The Mahaha ends up being so memorable, not just for what it does, but the way it does it. Laughter is something we associate with happiness, connection, and even comfort. Here, the same thing takes your breath away. It forces you to drop your guard and give in, because at first, it feels good and easy. It reminds us that fear doesn't always come from the things we recognize as dangerous. Sometimes, it comes from the things or the people we never thought we needed to worry about. One story passed down tells of a time when the creature had become a great source of fear for those living in the Arctic. The Mahaha was known to torment those who crossed its path by making them laugh or tickling them to death. The people became wary and tried to avoid it wherever they went. Unfortunately, it didn't always work out. But the people understood something important. The creature's greatest weakness wasn't its strength, but its own confidence. So they came up with a plan. Rather than trying to overpower the Mahaha or avoid it, they led it toward the water's edge and asked for one last drink. The creature, curious and confident as ever, followed them closer and closer until it stopped to bend down and drink from the rushing water. They seized the opportunity and pushed the Mahaha into the current. The rushing waters carried the creature away, removing the threat it had brought to their home. The people hadn't defeated the Mahaha through strength. They outsmarted it by turning its own confidence against it. This story reminds us that facing something frightening doesn't always require strength. Sometimes survival comes from patience, knowledge, and the ability to outthink what or who stands in their way. I've mentioned the Arctic a lot throughout this episode because this tradition comes from our own Canadian Arctic, specifically the vast region of Nunavut. The horizon stretches for miles, broken only by snow-covered hills and frozen rivers. It's a place of extremes, and also our newest addition to Canada, officially becoming a territory in 1999, after decades of work by Inuit leaders to establish a government that reflected the people who have called this land home for thousands of years. Today, around 85% of Nunavut's population is Inuit, making it one of the strongest living centers of language, culture, and tradition anywhere in the world. While visitors often focus on the dramatic landscapes and northern lights, the real heart lies with its people. And it's through those living traditions that stories like the Mahaha continue to be remembered. Not simply as tales of something frightening, but as pieces of a culture and history that have endured for generations. So next time you find yourself somewhere cold, quiet, and surrounded by ice, keep your wits about you. Because not everything you see moving beyond the snowdrift is an animal. Next Wednesday, we're heading south, where something tall, yellow-haired, and just a little too human has been spotted watching from the trees. This has been What Lurks North. Stay safe out there.
Beneath the ice, beneath the pine, we walk their ground, they walk in my